you're all right. My name is Agudelo, aka Effy, as my friends know me, and my research partners. And we are here with Stefany. Stefany, hello. Could you say hello, please?
Hi everyone, my name is Stefany López-Quintero and I'm pursuing my BA at the University Pontificia Bolivariana.
Very good. And well, I am pursuing the master program in teaching and learning processes in second languages. So I am a master's candidate. So welcome to our conference. Our conference is called Exploring the Culture of Fandom in Language Learning. Well, this conference is linked to our work. I mean, right now, to a research line that I'm in right now that is called, well, the route is called Fandom. And I've been here in this line for almost 4 years. But I've been in the research group, LSLP, like Literacy in Second Languages Project, since 2016. So it's almost 5 years. So I'm very glad to be here, and well, greetings to everyone. And thank you for being here. Okay, so we're going to start. I'm going to share screen. Okay, here we go. There we are. Okay, great. Okay, so the agenda that we have for today is that first we're going to introduce the research problem, then defining fandoms, something about what fandom is, what being a fan is like, and the third one is what does being a fan mean, so more concrete examples about that, and then some research findings. Although this is an ongoing research, well, there are some findings that we could you know get. So let's do this. Okay, what is the research problem? Okay, so the whole point of this research is to show that our cities are not monolingual. Like there is also like this misconception that our cities are monolingual and that we do not speak English because it's not our second language. But that is disregarding our 68 native tongues that we have. So we are not, first of all, we are not a monolingual country. We are a plurilingual, multilingual, intercultural country. So I think that it's great to say first to start. Then I would also like to point to the fact that we are permeated by languages. I mean, with all these ICT, information and communication technologies, we are able to connect with people all over the world, and we can make like information exchanges with them. We can chat with them. Some of them are native language speakers. So, for example, I have had the opportunity, and I'm sure like Steph has too, of speaking with native speakers. But this is not all. I mean, we can also make our own meetings so we can practice the language and improve our speaking skills, our listening skills, and writing skills. But here is a concept that is at the core of our research project, and it's literacy. But literacy is going beyond what the text entails, and it's not only reading and writing as per se. No, it's also all the tools and all the materials that we use to express or to convey meanings. So we are not only like stuck on the written word. Like these are the words and this is the text and this is the paragraph. Yes, that is important, but that is not the focus here. The focus here is that we can and we are making contact with other people and with other languages all the time. How? Well, we're going to see how. Okay, great. continue. Okay, so my initial curiosities to develop this research project come from my experience as a fan. So I'm a fan of singers like Taylor Swift, like Ed Sheeran, and musical bands like My Chemical Romance, like 21 Pilots, like Youngblood, and I've had them throughout all my life. So I can say that they have shaped my identity. Like part of who I am, I owe it to them, right? And I chose that. I chose to be a fan of that, and I'm not a fan of that because of those things. Because I've been liking them for a period of time. No, I am a fan of it because I recognize myself as a fan, because I engage in activities, and not only because of that. Fans do not necessarily have to engage in this kind of interactions, of online interactions. I am a fan. I am also a fan because I spend a lot of time listening to the music, because I feel like I'm at home when I'm listening to them, because I feel like I belong somewhere. Like they make me feel that I'm not alone in the world, that I'm not just like this, but that there are other people out there who are like me and who have similar interests like me. So I want to learn from them, and I have. And this has been a crucial point in learning a language, a second language. Okay, so what I did in the undergraduate program, in the teaching and Spanish training program, was a critical literature review, and it was called, it was called Teaching in the Fandom Realm Through Literacies, an approach for second language teachers in Medellin, Colombia. It was titled like that, and I included some literature from all over the world, from Rebecca Black, from G, from Gates, from Nobel Shai, from many others. So I could, get myself familiarized with the concept of fandom, so I could support it with references, with research findings and proposals that have been there for many years. So the purpose of this research is to inquire how to tailor examples of researchers and teachers regarding fandom to our local schools. So I can see how these teachers, some from Germany, some from the United Kingdom, some from the United States of America, how they have incorporated fandom studies in their own pedagogical in their own pedagogical context, in their institutions as teachers. So he goes a proposal that actually comes from the teachers. So it's not something that is imposed like from top down. No, but there's something that is from here, that is local. Okay, and now regarding the data collection, we have many screenshots of Facebook and Instagram's groups. I did follow them for a very long time, since I am a part of them. Like I've been a member of those groups for a very long time. So we have the 21 Pilots that is called the Skeleton Click group in Medellin, Colombia. We also have a Taylor Swift Medellin, Colombia, and the Ed Sheeran Medellin, Colombia. Okay, so those are the ones that I am more close to. I mean, I'm closer to because, but as I told you, I am there. You know? Okay. Oh, and also we have participants' observations of farm experiences for semi-structured interviews. Okay, so let's start with defining fandom. So people recognize themselves as fans when they feel like an affinity to a group, to a band, to a singer, to an actor, to an actress, to a comic book, to a literary saga. as a minority, even to sports. And this is how the term was born. If you look at the etymology of fan, it comes from fanatic, and it used to be referred to people who were obsessed with their religious beliefs. So they actually took it to the point that they were seen as pathological. Yes, so someone who was called a fanatic, it was not like to say that oh yes, that person is very committed, and yes, that person knows their stuff. No, it was used as something bad. Like to say a fanatic, it was to say that you are part of a group of madmen, basically. This is how it started, but then it came to mean that you are very involved with them, for example, as a sports team. So in baseball in the United States, it's very famous of baseball. So if you like a group very much, a team very much, and then it's because you go to the place, you go to the matches, and you are always there in the audience, like cheering and ooh, okay. But then it then also transcended to the music scheme. So this Jenny Lind, this Swedish singer Jenny Lind, and she was very famous for a time because then she had these tours that were worldwide. So many people from all over the world met her, especially in Europe. And then she went to the United States, and she got many fans, like loads of fans, and some even come into her concerts and would even like push each other and scream very loud and well according to research, she didn't like that very much because they were kind of obsessed with her. But moving beyond this pejorative concept, now what being a fan means. What does it mean? Let's see what it means. It means using symbols, images, GIFs, sounds, music, videos, icons, memes, stickers, being able chat rooms, video games, and all these sorts of multimodal texts to show that you are a part of a group that is devoted to that person, to that singer, to the actor, to the musical band, right? So it's not that you are a fanatic, but you are a fan. You are a fan because you chose to be a fan, not because you went through some tests or trials, No, it doesn't work like that. So what does it mean? Okay, here is a very deep picture of mine because, well, I could say this wasn't the first time I was a fan of something, but this was something that shaped my identity very, very strongly. I am a fan of the literary saga of Vampire, Vaida, and Bruja. It's written in Spanish and it's by this Carolina Andújar. I had the opportunity to meet her because she held a conference at our school, at the school I graduated from, and she introduced all her books, and I was like captivated by her and her style. So I was like, yes, this is what I want. This sounds like me. And I read the book. We read the book for for a Spanish class, and I was just like, yes, I felt like at home with her and with her books and with the settings that she proposed, that she described, and this really helped me to create that style, that a writing style that is very personal to me because there I can express who I am and I am not afraid of that. Okay, so this of course has influenced me like greatly. But I can say that the first thing I was fan of, the first singer was Michael Jackson, and I was in third grade and I didn't know any English. and I would sing the songs like very badly and wrong, but I was motivated because I was like, no, one day I'm going to sing the songs well, so I'm going to learn this word today and this other word tomorrow. So this is what it's all about. Like, I had a motivation. Okay, now our experience as fans. So I was telling you, I mean, I am already an English teacher, and Steph is trained to become an English teacher too, and Spanish teacher too. So we also influence what our students' mindsets, what they're going to grow into, what their beliefs are, their principles, if they are or they are not willing to walk the extra mile to be who they really want to be. So this really also has an impact on their learning rates and styles, right? So if we show our students that we are fans, that we are mortals, that we are vulnerable, that we express that vulnerability, for example, through music, then that is showing them that we are not the only bearers of knowledge, no, that they can also bring to the classroom all their experiences, and that is completely okay, that is completely fine, and that is what education is actually about. Okay, and I also wanted to share this with you. I am a very big fan of this 21 Pilots band. We are called we are the Skeleton Clique, or we are also called like clicky members. And well, this 21 Pilots group that is on Facebook and Instagram, they started like making all these posters and publishing all these posts about 21 Pilots by then new single that was Jumpsuit, and then Nico and the Niners, that they belong to the album Trench. That was 2017 when they released the album. So what they did, what the members of that group did, like what the administrators did, that's what they started pasting all these posters, like the one that you can see here, all over the city. So it was mainly in Bogota, but then in Medellin too, and in Cali too. So they would call the attention of band member crews. So they would actually like get motivated to come to the country to hold a concert here, because that's what we wanted the most. I mean, I've been a fan of 21 Pilots for a very long time, and I never thought they would come because there aren't many fans. But then I realized that it was possible, and they made it possible because they came in 2019 in April, and I had the opportunity to be there, and it was an incredible experience. Honestly, I want to show you just this video. It's very short, but you'll see.
Por lo que significa.
Viendo durante el festival a las personas, los gritos, las sonrisas.
Okay, there I am. That's me, yes. So can you see? That is what being a fan is like. Yes, that is me. Yes, yes, I know. I look crazy, yes. Very dramatic. Mm-hmm. I know. Okay, that's enough, I think. Okay, so yes, I wanted to expose myself like that because that is what being a fan is like. And it's not that I am obsessed with them in the bad sense of the word. I am obsessed with them, but because I relate to the lyrics that they write, because when I'm with the people who are also involved in all this, these settings, I feel like I'm right where I'm supposed to be. So this is what being a fan is like. Okay, now I want to ask Steph about her experience as a fan. So Steph, could you please tell us a bit about your experience as a fan?
Well, my experience as a fan is very short because for me it has been hard to maybe engage to an artist or like a trend in the moment. But I'm a really big fan, and I always been fan since I was 12 years old of Taylor Swift. I think that the music of Taylor Swift is very poetic. Is a storytelling there is a storytelling in every album, and I like how she used the reality, how she involves her life in literature to share her experience. So that's why I really like Taylor Swift, and I think that the last albums of her career has helped me to maybe to improve that vocabulary that I need, because always singers try to sing the same letters, the same words. Sorry, and Taylor Swift in the last albums is changing that concept that artists and singers have to play with vocabulary, to play with some more words, and that is very interesting for me.
Very good, thank you so much. And could you also please tell us a bit about your experience with learning another language?
Oh, of course, now I'm learning Korean at Sejan Institute in Bogota, and I feel that belonging to a fandom has allowed me to maybe to get involved with the culture, with the maybe to engage with the learning process. I'm a fan from Janabi. Is a Korean indie band. Isn't very popular worldwide, but in Korea has a community of listeners. So I think that this band is really good, and for then I start to following some trends in Korean, to try to tweet in Korean because I want to maybe be updated with the news. So I try to get along with the language to maybe get information from them. So that's why I think that belonging to that community of that band, musical band, has helped me to get involved with the learning process.
Excellent. That's amazing. I'm very happy for you. Thank you so much, Steph. So
Thank
yes,
you.
here we have an example of our Swifties, right? So for example, in the Taylor Swift Managing Colombia group, well, Taylor hasn't come here yet, but we still have hope, right? But in the group, what they do is that the administrators publish all the information. For example, when the album Lover was released in 2019, it was everywhere here. So they would translate, some things about the album. Um, then when Folklore came out in 2020, I mean, when the pandemic struck. So it was a relief for us because well, we've been waiting for an album. Well, not since that long ago, but we really needed something that would inspire us, like to write, to be productive again, to wake up again, and not just stay in bed just because you can't go to school, because you can't go to university or to work. So we really needed that motivation, and I think folklore gave us Swifties that, and I bet other people too who are not fans, right? And I also wanted to share that Valeria Rocha, she's from Cali. Well, right now she lives in the United States, but she was the one who designed the album Lover cover. This cover, she was the one who designed it, and she took Taylor a lot of photos for the album, and it was, well, I don't know about that, but I felt like very empowered, like very nice, like yes, this is what we can do. It's not only what the media shows. This is also, it was also made in Colombia from a Colombian girl, right? So it was great. And so, as I told you, there's a collection, some screenshots. Here are some memes that are also mentioned, and some jokes, internal jokes that, well, if you are not a fan of those particular things of groups, you might not get them, right? Because they include things that are particular to that group. So, for example, I get this, you might not. And this, and this for Georgia thingy was that when Game of Thrones released its last season, they published this is a cafe at Medellin, and well, people would, that was before the pandemic, they would come here and to watch the show. So I think that was also great because they would exchange their ideas, and they would also try to speak in English because that's the original audio of the program. So I think that's also great. Okay, this is another part of what I told you. If you are a fan of those things, you know that sometimes there are cross references. No, that cross references are, for example, I am a fan of 21 Pilots and of Panic at the Disco. So I get this. Why? Because of the background of Panic at the Disco, and because I know that is the drama of 21 Pilots. So that's another thing. Here, well, I was a fan. Well, I might still be a fan of Twilight and a New Moon, but most of all, I absolutely adore the Vampire Diaries. So here they comment something about that, and was quite funny, Okay. Oh, and here is an example of what we can do as teachers. So yeah, this is something that Josh down, that is this drama of 21 Pilots. He told us a story about how he was still in school, and this teacher would come to him and say like, hey, you should keep doing your thing with the rock and roll thing, but that you need to cut your hair because that's the institutional guidelines. And he was like, well, yes, I know. So he did it, but then he met with him at the airport, and he was like, hey, I'm still doing that rock and roll thing. So I think that was like a very nice thing to say. And that also shows that our students are always going to remember us for what we told them, for a gesture, for something that we told them, from maybe we introduced them to a writer, to a band that they identify with a lot and that changed their lives. So that is very positive too. Okay, and another element from fandom is fan fiction. So fan fiction is everything related to the products that fans make. For example, writing stories or storytelling. So what they do is that they take some of their favorite characters. If there is, for example, a literary saga, so they take their favorite characters or the setting or the place or the plot lines, and then they change characters, and they say like, oh, these two characters didn't speak much, but I want to write a story where they fall in love, or where they are more, or they are friends, well, they are not enemies but friends, that kind of stuff. So fan fictions are original works of fiction based on forms of popular media such as television, movies, books, music, and video games. Okay, that's what Rebecca Black says. And about some research findings. Well, first of all, fans are not passive consumers. Oh yes, I am a fan of this, so I buy a lot of stuff like the shirts, so everyone sees that I am a fan of this trend, it's trendy, and I am so cool. No, we are not for that. And we do buy some t-shirts because we identify ourselves with that, because we feel that we are part of that, and that sense of belonging is what brought us to becoming fans of this musical band, of this artist. Okay, and that is something that is very worth highlighting, is that because we like them so much, because we are so into that, we get motivated to learn the language. So I was telling you what Steph was telling us, because she really likes this Korean band. Then she got involved in learning Korean, and then she wanted to improve, so she got in, and she is taking some classes for Korean. So the same thing happened to me with English, and it's also happening to me with Italian, for example, now with this Måneskin thing. If you know, you know. Okay. Now, fans create shareable and public artifacts, and there is also an express sense of solidarity among fans of a particular group of online fan community, because, well, if there is a local group I am a part of, for example, the Ed Sheeran, that we are called Cheerios, by the way, group, so you know that his songs are in English because he is English, and maybe I'm just at my initial stages of language learning, of second language learning, so I don't know a lot of English, but other members, they've been there for a longer time, so, and they know more about the language, so they do translate the content, so the other members can catch up on what he's saying, what he's posting nowadays, that he's active again after so many years. Okay. Okay, and what I was telling you about the Festival Stereo Picnic, that was the concert that was held here, and the 21 Pilots came. When I interviewed this administrator, this girl, she told me that she put a lot of effort, because she had to spend a lot of time editing and translating all the content. For example, well, Josh or Tyler posts on their social media. Yeah, so the other members would get what they are saying, what they are about. That Tyler got married many years ago, and that he and Jenna had a baby girl, and then again that Jenna is pregnant again, and they're going to have the second child. So, that sort of stuff, or that gossiping, maybe, that is also important to us as fans. So because not everyone has the same level of English, then this administrator did that to help them, and with no retribution, just because she wanted to help them, she wanted to attract more members, right? Okay. Okay. And last, that is Fandom as a community. So what's all this been about, right? These online fan groups that you find people who share your interests, people who maybe have similar experiences, but never the same, but yes, similar experiences of what you've been through, and they have meetings, and they have these meetings where they sing songs in karaoke, and they learn, they make some trivias, you know, like some with questions about, oh, who knows the most about Taylor Swift, but something that is a fun activity, not like as a challenge or a competition. No, it's just something that is fun, because yes, at the end of the day, that's what we are becoming friends. Okay, and here are the references. If you want to know more about this, please go to the microblog that I wrote about Fandom, and you can also check my undergraduate thesis I already told you about. So thank you very much for everything. I don't know if you have any questions, please ask them away. And thank you so much for being here with us. Steph, any last words?
Well, I'm so grateful to be part of this amazing idea, because I think that fandom has a lot of potential in classrooms, because maybe they can be has a way out to students to express themselves in English or in another language. So I think that maybe teachers, we can focus in this new idea, and because I think that is very, it's a new trend in education. And maybe here in Latin America, we teachers has not taken have not taken advantage of it. So it's time to train in this fandom has a way out of language learning.
Absolutely, Steph. Completely agree with you. Thank you very much for being here with us and for being a part of this awesome and crazy idea and group. Okay, thank you very much. So I'll see you soon, Steph. Talk to you soon. And everyone, thank you for being here and for listening to us.
Thanks.
Okay, goodbye.